If you can hear me, can I get it in the comment section? If you can hear me, can I get it in the comment section? If you can hear me, please, can I get it in the comment section? If you can hear me, please, can I get it in the comment section?
Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Um, this is Emerson Chibueze, and I want to apologize for stepping in for some minute late. So, okay, so I want to welcome you to training. Welcome back from work. Welcome back from every you know activities you attended to, wherever you went. You're welcome back to ID Innovate Data School, right? I want to believe you are happy to join me this evening. Good evening. Good evening. I can see you, Best Joy. Good evening. I can see you, um, Bobby Mary. Good evening. I can see you, Mary. Okay, I'm Shaku. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. The weather is very cool at my end. I don't know how it feels at your end. So tell me, how is the weather at your end? Is it raining? Is it cloudy? Is it chilled? Okay, just tell me your weather experience at the moment. Thank you very much. I can see you. I can see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so the data we're going to be using for tonight's class is in the video description um of this YouTube channel right now. Okay, so if you just go down to the video description, you will see um, the data set we shall be using tonight for our class. So okay, it says it's cloudy here, the weather is chill here, okay. That's good, that's good. I want to make sure you've got your system and you have your power supply. All right, okay. So this is 17 persons on the call. Where are we? Where are others? Where are others? Hello, where are others? Okay, where are others? Where are they? Where are they? Can you call them on the phone? Tell them something big is about to go down here tonight. You don't want to miss this, right? You don't want to miss this. Call them, put a call across to them, sorry, and let them know that it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Okay. So, like I said, the data set we shall be using tonight is attached to the video description. Okay. So you just have to download it. All right. You're welcome to class. You're welcome to class. Oye Bode. Sorry if I messed your names up. Sorry. Okay. You're welcome to class. Um, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, she's saying the weather is Sophia Amoleye is saying that the weather is chill over there. You're welcome to class, my dear. You're welcome to class. Okay. You're welcome to class. You're welcome to, like I said, the data set we shall be making use of tonight is attached to the video description of this particular streaming right now. All right. So please do well to download that data set, please. Okay. Do well to download that data set. Okay. Do well to download that data set, please. You're welcome. You're welcome. Your screen. So yes, I know. I know. Just give me 1 second, okay? Just give me 1 second. I know my screen is not up. Just give me 1 second, please. Just 1 second. I will share my screen. Just give me 1 second. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm gonna share my screen now, and we'll get to work. Okay. And so if you can see my screen now, I want you to comment. I can, I will, and I must. If you can see my screen now, I want you to comment, I can, I will, and I must. I can, I will, and I must. If you can see my screen, just give me, I can, I will, and I must. All right. You know how, um, You guys know the drill by now. You know how it goes. All right. If I don't get about 1 billion, I can, I will, and I must. Nothing is happening tonight. If I don't get 1 billion, I can, I will, and I must. Nothing is happening tonight. Like I said, the data set we shall be making use of tonight is attached. The link to the data set is attached to the video description. So please do well to fetch that data set, please. Once again, you're welcome to class. You're welcome to class. I wish I could call all of you by name, but I'm just seeing your handles, so I'll just be, figuring out the names from there. Nkem AJ, you are welcome. Timi Leyi, you're welcome. Peter Chidozie, you're welcome to class. Mapsen, you're welcome to class. Mofola, Mofola, Mofola Bomi Mary. I'm really sorry about that. Okay. And I want to believe you have forgiven me. Okay. 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 So if you don't have access to the data set that we want to use tonight, you are wrong. All right. You are wrong. You are wrong. Go and get the data set. Go and get the data set. Go and get the data set. Um, go and get the data set, okay? Very important, very important. All right, so now, before I begin, I want to apologize, okay, for stepping in late today. I was just trying to, arrange some stuff, and I want to believe you have forgiven me. All right, now I'm gonna share my screen and go to where we started this journey from. Okay, so we started from here, and I want to believe you can see this screen right now. Can you see my screen right now? Can you see my screen right now? Can you see my screen right now? Just type yes, 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 yes. You can see my screen. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. You can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Just give me yes, 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 yes. Okay. Idika Emeka says, I'm forgiven. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. I'm forgiven. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That shows you guys are actually very considerate people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. You can see my screen, and that makes me very happy. Now, we've got our teaching methodology here, and that is the ABCD technique. And then we have a mantra that says no man down, no man down. All right. Sandra is not going to be left behind. Emeka is not going to be left behind. Tolu will always be carried along. This is Innovate Data School. This is how we roll here. Once again, I am Emejeris Chibweze, and tonight we want to brush through from where we started our journey so far into what we did last class, and then we'll launch into what I'm going to do tonight. Now, this is the time to tell your neighbor, tell your landlord, tell your wife, tell your husband that this night something huge is about to go down. Something very, very huge is about to go down. You need to publicize this. It's not easy for you to be learning data analysis at this point in time. You need to let your neighborhood know. Put it on loudspeaker. Put that thing on loudspeaker. Open your windows. Open your doors. Let your neighbors know that something is going down. Something huge is going down. All right. I want my voice to be blasting on their on inside their ears. Do you understand? Praise the Lord. All right. So now pay attention, please. No distraction. No distraction. Okay. I'm happy you are here today. I'm happy you are here today. Okay. And so few days back, we started a journey into data analysis. We've done the introduction to introduce you, expose you to what data analysis means and what it could help you do, right? How you begin to reason and see things from here on out. All right. We've shown you the importance of data analysis. We've shown you the types of data and how you can acquire your data. We've shown you practical ways you could apply this knowledge and experience to be able to, scale up your business, communicate your recommendations or insight to your stakeholders. All right. So today we want to also add to the block, add to the foundation. All right. So um, this is the Microsoft 365 interface. And the reason, once again, we are using this online version of the Office suite is because we want everybody to be carried along. We want everybody to participate. Okay, this is a gold. This is a jewel we're bringing to you, right? So we want everybody to participate, to give their own testimonial that after passing through Idinnovate Data School, their lives were changed. We are changed, right? Okay. So now I want to believe you are out me here. Okay. So the first thing we did that day was to help you set up your Microsoft Suite online profile. Okay. And so we did import a data set, and we from working on the data set, we'll familiarize ourselves with the interface of that online version of Excel. Okay. So for people who probably did not follow through that day, I'm going to just quickly, very, very quickly do that process again and take us through what we did in the last class before we get to launch or plunge into what we have for today. So the first thing to do, once you are here in this interface, the first thing to do is just go here, just go here. You move you move to the left part or left hand side of the screen where you see Excel, right? You will see Excel here. Just towards the middle, you see Excel. Once you click on Excel, you give it a little time to load. Are you with me? Okay. Kim AJ is saying, I missed your class last time. I still have to understand this. All right, all right. Okay. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. This is why you should be glad and happy that you are with us. You are with Itinerary Data School because we'll make sure we'll carry everybody along. So what I just said now is that we are using the online version of Excel. All right. And the reason is because we want everybody to be carried along. We don't want someone to come and say, oh my God, I missed that gold that came around. Where was I? Do you understand? And so we want to just brush through what we've done in the last few days before we get into what we have for today. All right. So right now, I just this is my interface, the Microsoft that's the 365 interface. The leader of my battalion already showed you guys how to set up this your profile. I mean, register or log into Microsoft 365. So here I was here. So I moved to the left part of my screen towards the middle where I will see Excel, and I clicked on Excel. The moment you click on Excel, you're trying to say, oh, I've gone through all the offerings of Microsoft Office online version, but right now I'm interested in just Excel. Are you with me? I'm interested in what? Just Excel. That's what you're trying to say by clicking on the Excel. right? So when you are here and you are seeing the Excel interface, you have two options, right? To move forward from here. You can create a blank workbook or you upload one. Now, during our class last time, I told you guys the difference between an Excel workbook and an Excel worksheet. A workbook contains worksheets. A workbook contains what? Worksheets. So that's why we are saying create a blank workbook, because if you create a blank workbook, you now have rooms to create pages or sheets to work on. But this option is not what we want. We want to go for the upload a file, upload a file, upload a file. Because what? We've got the file on our system. This file I want to upload now is the one we're going to be using tonight. Are you with me? Is the one we're going to be using tonight. So while you follow through to upload the file for tonight class, you can also get yourself familiarized or remind yourself on what we did in the last few classes. So I'll click on upload a file. Once I click, thank you very much. This is Agadam, Mina Agadam. Thank you very much. Yes, that's very correct. A workbook is a collection of worksheets. Thank you. I love that. Very concise and to the point. So I have that file in my downloads folder. Now, when you click here, right, upload the file, your system file explorer comes up also. So you have to navigate to where you have the file, right? And the file, in my own case, I have the file downloaded in my downloads file. So all I need to do just to go to my download files and click on that file in particular. Once I click on the file, I will now click open. Okay. So once I click open, I'll give it some time for it to open. Okay. Now, this is the file I just uploaded right now. Okay. So for some of you that were not in the last class or last few classes, initially or the first time you upload this file to Microsoft 365, in most cases, you have just the viewer access, which means you only have to just view the document, but you cannot make changes, you can make alterations, you can modify the file, right? That means you are just using, or you currently have the viewer access. But we actually intend to use or work on this data set, for which reason we'll need to change our access from viewer to what? Editor. And so for you to do that, you come towards the right corner of your screen where you can see the green button that reads share. Before that green button, you will see something that says editing. Before now, it was viewing, because I was the one, and alongside you, we changed our access from viewer access to what? Editor access in the last class. So that's why you're seeing editing, because the software remembers the last changes we did. So if you're currently seeing viewing, which means you cannot make changes to this document, need to select what? Editing, so that you can work on this document. Now, I've uploaded the file we want to use for tonight's class, right? Right. So now, but before we proceed, let's go back and just show ourselves something, just refresh our memory on what we did in the last class. So one good thing about the offline version of Excel or Office Suite is that you can access your work in real time anywhere in the world. You can, once you have access to your profile, you can always access your document anytime, anywhere in the world. All right. So um, this is what we did last class. So when I click on it, when I click on it, it will now take me back to my work last time. So within these few minutes, I've done two major things. One, I've refreshed our memory on what we did in the first class, which was majorly to set up the Office profile, online version of Excel, registered and logged in, right? We tried to import our own file onto the online suite, and then we worked on that file. So in the previous class, we tried to do some formatting and building of dashboard, formatted our table and did some what dashboard creation. Are you with me? And so this was the pivots and new sheet we created where we did our pivot table and dashboard. But before then, we had to convert our table from normal table to an Excel standard table. Excel standard table. We did it here, right? Then we created a new sheet where we put all our um, pivot tables in. So just as a recap, how do you create pivot table? How do you create pivot table? Okay. Somebody is saying I cannot download the video. I mean the sheet. Now listen. When you click on the link, that link attached to the video description, when click on the link, it will take you to the file itself. It will open the file for you. What you have to do is to go to this file menu. Are you with me? Go to file menu. Go where? Go to file menu. Click on file menu. All right. So normally, let me see if I can show you that. Let me see if I can show you that real quick. Okay, so I need to go here. I need to go here. Okay. Now, when you click on the link, it will open the file like this for you. What you have to do is to move towards the left of the screen, just below the file name. Are you with me? Just below the file name. And then you click on file. Once you click on file, right? Once you click on file, you will see these options. You will see these options. These options, right? You will see download. Download. So when you hover over the download option, you will see Microsoft Excel and other file formats. But you should go for what? Microsoft Excel. Are you with me? I just showed you how you can download this file. Once you click on the link attached to the video description on YouTube right there, it will open this file like this for you. All you need to do is to move to the left, top left of your screen, below the title of the file. Then you will see File, Edit, View, Insert, Format. Just click on File once. Then you move down. You will see New, Open, Import, Make a Copy, Share, Email, and Download. Download and the rest. Then hover over Download. Then you see the options that you can download the file in. Just select the first one, Microsoft Excel. Once you click on it, it downloads. Are you with me? Look at it now. The file has been downloaded. I hope you're with me. I hope you're with me. I hope you're with me. Okay, so let's go back here, right? So this is where we were. Okay, so I was trying to kind of refresh our memory on what we did in the last class. How do you create a pivot table and a pivot chart? But then, why do you even need pivot table and pivot charts? So that takes us to where we started our discussion in the last class. We started from defining what is data visualization. And we said it is a way of representing your data using graphs and charts for you to understand your data more and to drive trends, insights, and patterns that will help you make what? Meaningful decision. We said that data visualization, right, as a process in data analysis is trying to represent your data using graphs and charts so that you can understand your data more and to see the story is telling you, which will help you to make meaningful decisions that would move your business forward or help your stakeholders or clients make decisions that will transform their businesses or solve their business problems. That is why, the reason you need to do data visualization. And so in Excel, we say that the tools or tool we use to do data visualization include what? Pivot table and pivot charts, right? So if you want to do anything around data visualization in Excel, the way you do it is you create a dashboard. And this is the same with other data visualization tools. You have the likes of Power BI, Tableau, and in Python, right? You're trying to build a dashboard. A dashboard is just a collection of your charts and graphs that tells what is happening in your data set. So before we arrive here, the dashboard, we clicked somewhere here within our data range. We did Control A and we went to Insert. Inside Insert, we click on Pivot Table. Pivot what? Table. You can choose new worksheet or existing worksheet depending. If it is first time you are doing it, you should go for new worksheet. But if you want to do more tables, you don't need to create new worksheet for each table. And for which reason you go for what? Existing worksheet. So once you click on existing worksheet, you come here, right? Because you want to add to the tables, not the first time. Are you with me? Good. So you click just below here and click OK. So once you click OK, the pivot table canvas appears, right? Are you with me? So you have to now select the fields. Select the fields with which you want to populate the table with. That's tautology right there. You select the fields with which you want to populate the table. All right. So while you have the pivot table canvas on the left side of the screen, you have the pivot table fields on the right side of the screen. So you can do something like, you want to check, say, writing score. Okay, let me put this one first. I want to check by gender, how is the writing score by gender. Okay, so this is how I've just made a pivot table now. How? From here, I did Control A, went to Insert, click on Pivot Table, selected this particular sheet, all right, and placed my pivot table Canva below here. Then I populated this table Canva with these two fields named gender and writing score. These are the columns in your data set. These are what? The columns in your data set. And so this is how, this is where we'll stop, for the refreshment. And so we'll go to what we'll have for today. Are you with me? And so if if you need more details, you can always watch the videos. Come on, Timileni. I've already shown you how you can download the data set. Someone should send the link, right? Okay, let me see if I can send the link. Let me see if I can send the link. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can send the link. Stay with me. Stay with me. We have a culture not to leave anybody behind. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll paste it here. Okay. Don't worry. I'll paste it here. No. I'll paste it here, please. Okay. Yeah, that's it. No man down. That's our mantra. So I want to paste the link. Copy the link. Okay, so I'll go here. So I want to help you paste the link. Stay with me. Stay with me. So I'm pasting the link. Link, right? Are you sure that's the link? Okay. Copy link address. Okay. So I will paste the link. Copy the link. I don't know. Okay, so okay, you dropped the link, right? Thank you very much. Where did you drop it so that they can say it? I cannot drop it. I can't drop it. I can't drop it at the moment. Please just help me drop it, please. All right. Help me drop the link. Okay. Help me drop the link. Someone should copy the link. If you have access to the link, please drop it here so that other persons can access the link, the link, please. I just tried to copy it and copy and paste, but I can't at the moment. All right, all right. Okay. He said they are with me. All right. So now, like I said, I just tried to refresh our memory from the day we started the story. Okay. So now we'll now move to what we have for today. Are you with me? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So you have the link now. Please download the link now, please. I'll give us just a few seconds to download the link. I mean the data set. Few seconds, just few seconds, please. Very few seconds to download the link. Very few seconds. Download the link. Thank you. Thank you for dropping the link. Thank you very much. Very few seconds to download the link. I mean the data set, pardon me. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? All right, so before we move forward now, even as we wait for others who are trying to download the data set, I want to see I can, I will, and I must. I can, I will, and I must. Remember, I told you that something big is going to go down tonight. Something big is going to go down tonight. Something very big is going to go down tonight. I can, I will, and I must. I can, I will, and I must. Let me have that. I can, I will, and I must. All right. I can, I will, and I must. 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 I can, and I will, and I must. I can, I will, and I must. Can, I will, and I must. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So I want to believe we have access to the data set, right? I want to believe that. I want to believe we have access to the data set. Okay. Okay. So, um, okay. Just give me a moment. Mhm. Just give me a moment. 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 Okay. All right. All right. So now, before we begin to do some practicals, I want to learn the theory. And so what we have today is called what? We have today is what? We have functions and formulas. Functions and what? Formulas. Hello? Functions and what? Formulas. Functions and formulas. Functions and formulas. Functions and formula. You don't have to panic, right? You don't have to panic. It's something you already aware of. Who can tell us what is a function? What is a function? What is a function? What is a function? If you know that, just type it in the comment section. What do you understand a function is? What do you understand a function is? Right? What do you understand a function is? What is a function? What is a function? Hello, guys. Are you with me? Are you with me? What is a function? All right. Now, sometimes, right, we try to mistake, or should I mean mistake now? We get confused, right? We get confused about the meaning of function and formulas. You get confused in trying to understand what functions are and what formulas are. Now, a function, a function is a mathematical expression used to perform a mathematical operation. All right. So a function is a mathematical expression used to perform a mathematical operation. That is what a function is. All right. So let me just show you something quickly. Just stay with me, right? So want to see functions and formulas. This is what we want to address. Functions and formulas. Now, what is this? And what is this? Now, a function, like I said already, is a mathematical expression used to carry out mathematical operation. A function is a mathematical expression or a rule used to do what? Perform mathematical operation. Now, this is it. You could say that fx as a function is equal to s cubed plus s squared plus 2x plus 1. This is a function. Why is it a function? It's a function because it's an expression used to perform a mathematical operation. That is why it's a function. Now, what is the distinction between a function and a formula? In the context of Excel, pay attention, please. In the context of Excel, a formula is that mathematical expression that you write by yourself. A function is a mathematical expression that you use to perform mathematical operation. All right. So the difference in the context of Excel between a function and a formula is that functions are those mathematical expressions given to you by Excel. Function are those mathematical expressions that you could use to perform mathematical operation. They are given to you by Excel itself. The ones that Excel provide you are the ones we call what? Functions. Then a formula is the one you write by yourself. A formula is the mathematical expression that you write by yourself, which include functions. Which does what? Include functions. Now, if I ask you this, you don't have to fail it. I said in the context of Excel, functions are those mathematical expressions that you can use to carry out mathematical operations given to you by Excel. The mathematical expressions given to you by Excel so that you can perform mathematical operations. Those ones are the one we call function. But formulas are the mathematical expression that you write yourself. And in most times, it includes functions. And let me tell you something. Okay, so someone said my screen is blur. Um, Let me just share just that screen so that you can see it. But sometimes you need to adjust your resolution, your video resolution. All right. Is it better now? Is it better? Is it better? Okay. Is it better now? So something like, let's say, we have a function in Excel called sum. We have a function in Excel called what? Sum. Sum is a mathematical expression that Excel gives you so that you can use it to carry out mathematical operation. Why we call it function is because it was provided to you by Excel. But if I want to use this function now to do something, I will have to write a formula. A formula. Because I'm writing this myself, which, like I said, would include functions. It is called a formula because I'm writing it myself. And formulas in Excel begin with the equal sign. Formulas in Excel begin with what? Equal sign. Okay, you can see it better now. Okay. It's better now. It's better now. All right. Okay. 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 So as I was saying, guys, this guy here is a function in Excel. You can use to sum things together, sum values together. But why it is called a function is because it was provided to you by Excel. But when you use it, when you want to use that function to do something, you have to write a formula. So because you are the one writing it yourself, it's called a formula. And your formulas always include functions. So I want to believe you understand that. I want to believe you understand that. Maybe you will understand it better when we do these examples. Okay? Maybe you understand it better. So now, as I was saying, as I was saying, these here are the functions that we're going to use tonight. You know why I call it functions? It's because they are those mathematical expressions that Excel provides us so that we can use them to do what? Mathematical operations. But if I want to use these functions, I have to write my formulas. So what do you do the first time as a data analyst? When you see the data set, what do you do? The first time you interface with your data set, what do you do as a professional data analyst? What do you do? What you do, like I said in the last class, is to take a closer look at your data set because you want to understand what are the contents of my data set. What is the length and breadth of this data set? What kind of information does it contain? That is essentially the first thing you do as a professional data analyst. So by the time you take a closer look at your data set, then you can now have an idea of what to do next. Are you to clean it up? Do you need to take away duplicate values? Do you need to take away empty cells? Do you need to convert it to an Excel standard table? So the first thing you do as a professional data analyst, once you interface the data set, try to understand by way of looking around the breadth and the width of your data set. Very important, very important. All right. So after that, you cannot decide, okay, this data is quirky, it's not clean. So I need to clean my data set. You begin to map out how you want to clean your do your data cleaning, or we call it data wrangling, to be able to have a cleaner data to work on. Because I said in the last class, if your data is not clean, it will reflect in your outcome or recommendation. So it makes your recommendation not trustworthy, because when you implement, or when your stakeholder or client implement your recommendation, they will run into errors because your recommendations are erroneous. This is a fundamental reason why you have to look through the data set and to decide on what to do to be able to clean it up, right? You have a very clean data to work on. Good. So we'll need to work on, like I said, the functions that we're going to treat tonight include what? The sum, average, mean, max, count, today, unique, now, concat, and round. Before we get to use them, let's understand what they do. So I've got function here. Let me write usage. Usage, right? Function, the function sum is used to what? Add values together. It's used for what? Adding values together. It's used to what? Add values together. You use this function to add values together. The sum function. So I'm showing us, of course, you know that we are treating functions and formula tonight. And I've taken my time to explain what functions are in Excel and what formulas are in Excel, so that you don't get to confuse them. First thing I said is that functions, or a function in Excel, is a mathematical expression or a tool used to perform mathematical operation. That is one is simple and clear. However, why do we need to contrast function with formula? Because in our years of experience, we've gotten to know that students oftentimes confuse these two concepts. Functions, just like this one you're saying now, these ones. are given to us by Excel, right? We can use them to do something. But when we get to use them, we need to write our formula. The way we use the function in Excel is to write formulas, and formulas contain functions. Do you understand? Your formulas are made up of functions. The only thing is that you get to write them as your mathematical equation, beginning with equal sign. Beginning with equal sign. Good. So before we get to use this, we want to understand what they do. Now, average. Average used to find the mean of a data range. Used to find the mean of a data range. Are you with me? Average is used to find the mean of a data range. Okay? What of the mean? The mean is used to find the lowest value lowest value in the data range. The max is used to find the highest value in a data range. I hope you are following me. It's used to find what? The highest value in a data range. That is for max. Now count. Use to count the number of entries or cells in a data range. In a data range. Are you with me? They are used to find number of entries or number of cells in data range. What of today? The function today is used to find the date, or used to compute the current date of your location. I mean, should I say location? Current date, right? Then that is okay. The function today is used to compute the date, current date. And so this date reflects the date of your PC. Somebody in China right now will not see the same output when he or she does or uses the function today. If I should do today now, I will see a different thing from what somebody in China see, because that function reflects the date as you have it on your PC. A unique function is used to have um, to have or returns returns distinct entities in a data range. Are you with me? The unique function is used to return what? The distinct entities in data range. Okay, let's take it again. The sum function is used for what? It's used for, it's used to add values together. Like we're going to use it now. You see, use the sum function to do what? Add values together. The average is used to find the mean. What do you understand what the mean is? The mean is um, the mean value. The mean value. So I mean, average is the mean value of a data range. Let me show you what I mean by that. If you have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you want to find the mean, the formula to find the mean says sum of values over number of entities. That is the mean, right? That is the mean. You have this as the mean, sum of values or instances of x, right? So that would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 all over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all over 6. So whatever this gives you is the mean, the mean value of this data range. Do you understand that? So average is used to compute the mean value of a data range. When I say data range, I mean from the beginning of this data to the end of this data. In this case, from 1 to 6. The mean value is average. All right, I understand. Okay, okay, I understand. Okay, I understand. Let me just share that quickly. Um, quickly. See what I said. I just explained the main value here. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the data range, right? When I say data range, I mean from the beginning to the end of the data. In this case, from 1 to 6. So average or mean is used to calculate the mean value, the one in the middle. The way you do it is to sum data points or entries and divide it by the number of items or entries. So you do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 all over 6. Whatever you have is the average, the mean value in the data range. All right. So let me share the other screen. All right. So the max is used to compute, I mean, the lowest value. So in that case, the mean will return 1, the max will return 6. So count will now return 6 as a number because you have 6 entries. I said that today is used to compute the date. Unique as a function returns distinct entities, right, in a data range. It now returns the time and the date, returns time, time, and date together. That is what the noun function is used for. So concat used to join text together. Used to do what? Join text together. Don't worry, we'll see all this in practice. Used to round a decimal number. Used to round decimal number. That is what the round function is used for. Okay, now let's use these things in practice. So you have this data set, right? And it contains the name of people, the groups they belong, their region, gender, and whether they have PC or not, their grade in data analysis, their grade in UIX design, their literacy, AI literacy, the digital marketing grade. Are you with me? And you want to compute the total grade. What is the total grade of this person? This person, a Daisy. There are how many grades here? One, two, three, four. Four grades. And for each person, there are four grades for each person. So you want to know the total grades of each person. What do you do? Now, this is why I had to explain the usage of the functions. Now you have a problem statement. You have a scenario. You want to um, compute the total grade for each person. But how do you go about? What function do you use? Who can tell us? Who can tell us? The problem here is that to every person, there are four grades. But I want to have the total grade per person. How do you go about it? Who can tell us? What function you want should you use? So in the list of functions we have today, we said that function, the sum function is used to add values together. To add values together. Are you with me? And here right now, I want to, there are, this is a value, the value for data analysis grade. This is the value for UI UX. It's the value for AI, value for digital marketing. Good, good, good. Sum, sum. That's what they use. The sum function. The sum function. The sum function. That's what they use. Right? So how do you use it now? Remember I said that for you to use functions, you write your what? Write your formulas. For you to use functions, you do what? Write your formulas. For you to use function, you do what? Write your formulas. For you to use function, you do what? Write your formulas. Now, we need to compute the total grade of the first person at least. I need to do up here. I will type equal sign. Once you type the equality sign or equals, Excel understands that you want to write a formula. So since I want to use this, I will type S some function. And so if you look at the description, it says adds numbers. Adds numbers. So I click on the sum. So you can always look at the syntax and the description. So for sum, it says put the first argument, which is the first number you want to add. The next argument, the second number you want to add, and so on and so forth. The description says add all the numbers in a range of cells. That is what function does. Okay? Are you with me? Please don't forget this. You see that I'm writing a formula, but I am deploying or using functions. It may sound funny while I'm repeating this, but you see that it's confusing. Some of us are confusing now. So I want to sum the grades of the first person in our list, which is Adese. So I'll type the sum. Once I type the sum right, like I'll first thing I will do is to type equal to sign. I'll type the name of the function, which is sum. It will come out here in the list. Then I will click sum, the first one. So it's waiting for the first argument, which is the first number you want to add. I'll come here under data analysis because that's the first grade. Remember, I want to add the four grades together. I'll click the first value, which is the value, the score or grade of a daisy, which is the grade of a daisy. Once I pick that, I'll type comma. Now, comma is a separator or the delimiter when you type a function. Once you call your function and you pass an argument, the first one, you need to separate it from the second argument using a comma. Like in this case now, I've got my function, right? It's waiting for arguments. Arguments are the numbers you want to sum together. I'll click the first one, then I'll type comma. I said that comma is what you use to separate arguments of a function. Argument simply means what a function requires. What a function requires. Remember that the sum function used to add numbers together. So once you put the first number, you put a comma. Put the second one, put a comma. Third one, put a comma. Are you with me? So I'll put the first one, I'll put a comma. I'll come on, click on the second one, a comma. Third one, a comma. And lastly, the fourth one. After the last argument, you don't need to put a comma. Just hit enter. Hello, guys. Come on, come on, come on. We have the total grade for the first person in our list, which is Adese. Adese is the first person on our list, and we have successfully calculated the total grade of Adese using the sum function. I'll take it again. I'll take it again. Now, for Oluwafemi, second person, I want to add her grade right now. The first thing is what? What's the first thing? Equality sign or equal sign. Or equal sign, right? You type the sum function, then you click the first option. I hope I'm sharing just the screen. Am I not? Yes, I'm sharing just the screen. So you should be seeing it. There, I'm sharing just my screen. Samuel and Denny. Maybe it's network, right? Maybe it's network. Hello, guys. Can you see my screen? Okay. So for Adeniyi, right? Second person, I will type my equal sign, call my function, which is sum. Then I'll select her first score, which is 80. I will type comma. Her second score, which is 76, a comma. Third score, 93, a comma. and the last score 65, and I'll hit enter. Then I'll have 314. Okay, my skin is clear. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my fellow comrade. All right. So this is what you have for the second person. One last time, I will do it because of Sandra. One last time. You come here, equal sign, sum, click on it. You put the first grade of this processing, which is 63. You put a comma, second grade, a comma, fourth grade, third grade, a comma, lastly, fourth grade. After the last argument of a function, you don't put a comma because comma is only used to separate the arguments. So once you put the last argument, in this case, the last grade of the person, you don't have to put a comma. All right. So after that, I'll hit enter. Then I have this. Now, someone will be asking, do I need to be doing this for all of them? No, no. In fact, the first time you did that function, there is a way to fill all the rest of them. You don't have to be doing it for each of them. So how do you do that? You come to grade the first value, just move your cursor to the bottom right corner of that cell. Come on, hello, hello. I want to flash fill. It's called flash fill. The rest of this summation, the rest of total grade. I don't need to do this thing for each of them. No. What I need to do is what? Is what? Flash fill. Flash fill. Again, flash fill. And how do I do flash fill? I said you take your cursor to the bottom right corner of that cell. I'm talking about 295. Once you move to that bottom right corner, your cursor will change from the white big cross to the very to the ash color smaller cross. Good, that's a bit of a cell, correct. Okay, so once you are there, just double click. Did you see that? No, it not see it. I want to go back now. I'll do what? Control Z to go back to the last thing you did. Control Z. Are you with me? I did flash fill, but for some persons, those of us who drink Gary, did not see it right. I went back by doing Control Z. Control Z. So I'll come here. I'll do what? Where did I say you should go? The bottom right corner. Bottom right corner of the first cell. Bottom right corner of the first cell. Once you approach that corner, your cursor symbol or cursor symbol will change from the big white cross to the ash color tiny cross. Once that symbol is out, just double click. Double what? Click. And the rest will be filled. Are you with me? Someone say, carry the help, right? Yes, my dear, it helps. Are you with me? Good, got that. Someone says, I got that. I got that, right? So let's change this guy to what? Average grade. Average grade. So change the next column after total grade to what? Average grade. Because we want to do what? Use the average function. Use the what? Average function. Use the what? Average function. Now, what what is our intention for using the average function? We want to find the mean value, mean grade. You understand? For instance, now people wrote exams, and they you score them, but you want to have a threshold to say this person passed, this person failed. Normally, most profession below 50 is failure, above 50 is pass. So in that case, that 50 is seen as the mean because 0 is a minimum and 100 is a maximum. In a scale of 0 to 100, on a scale of 0 to 100, 0 is the minimum, 100 is the maximum, and 50 is the mean score. Are you with me? So in our case, this person scored 295. I want to know the mean score of this person, the average score. This is why I said you need to understand the functions first. So I know this person says sum. No, you don't use sum here. Use what? Average. The function average. The function average. Thank you very much, main Agadam. All right. So now, how do you write your function? How do you write your function? I mean, your formula. This is a function here, right? Sum average is a function. But for you to use it, you need to write a formula. How do you write the formula? It's simple. You begin by typing the equal sign. The moment you type equal sign, Excel knows that you want to type a formula. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Are we together? So the moment you type your equal sign, the next thing to do is what? To type the function you want to use. To type or call the function you want to use. In this case, we want to use what? Average function, average. So I will type the average in Excel. Once you type some words of that function, a drop down will suggest the functions or group of functions that you may want to select from. In this case, we want us to use the word average function, the average function. You click on the first one. Click on the what? The first one. So what do you do now? Just like the sum, average function takes argument again. All functions actually take argument. What I'm saying is that sum and average, they will need to pass um, the first grade, the comma, second grade, the comma, third grade, the comma, fourth grade, the comma. Do I need to include total grade? No. Sorry, I mean the last grade, no comma. I already said that. Once you put the last function or last argument, sorry, last argument, in this case, the last grade, don't need to put comma. I hope that is clear. Yes. So need to put the grade because I'm only interested in finding the mean score between these four grades. I want to have the mean grade of these four grades. Mean grade of these four grades. That is what the average does. So I don't need to the total grade, this one. After this, I'll hit enter. So 73.75 is the mean grade for easy. The grade, what are these? 73.7. That is the mean grade of a day. Do it again. Do it again. I want to use the average function. I will type the equal sign. I will call my function, which is the average function in this case. I already said, once you type some word of the function, a list of that function comes out. Then you select the first one in this case. Then you begin to pass in the argument. In our case, we put the first grade, you type a comma, second grade, a comma, third grade, a comma, and the last grade, no comma. You hit enter. For Oluwafemi, our average grade is what? 78.5. Once again, you don't need to do all of these for each person. You do what? Flash fill. Do what? Flash fill. How do you flash fill? You come to this cell, and go to the bottom right corner. Bottom right corner. How do you know you are at that bottom right corner? Your cursor symbol will change from the big cross, big white cross, to ash color tiny cross. Ash color tiny cross. Okay? So what do you do? Double click. Excuse me. What do? You double click. So once you double click, the rest will. Yeah, thank you very much. I saw 66. I saw 66. That's correct. For the next person. So this is how you have your average. I hope you're with me. If you're with me, guy, let me see. I can, I will, and I must. Let me see. I can, I will, and I must. I can, I will, and I must. If you're with me, I can, I will, and I must. So you have just 1 minute to sip on your water, sip on your juice, or anything. As you do that, just give me I can, I will, and I must. I can, I will, and I must. I can, I will, and I must. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. I can, I will, and I must. If you are enjoying what we are doing so far, give me I can, I will, and I must. So now I'm sure you're beginning to feel like a professional data analyst. And I want to charge you to go on your WhatsApp status, go to LinkedIn pages, and announce to the world that you are now the best data analyst in the whole worldwide. Announce to them that you are now best professional data analyst in the world. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So you see how Excel and the instrumentalities of formulas and functions make our life easier. Before now, you get to use calculator to punch and punch and punch and punch. Those days I used to pity my dad. When he comes back from work like this, you be having calculator punching and punching and punching. But these days, don't need those punchings. Just have your business Excel, I mean, um, worksheet. So you have those routine tasks and sales there. These are functions and do those calculations. Very, very easy. Very easy. Yeah. Don't need to point and point and point. Are you with me? Yes, that's right. You're the best in the whole wide world. Best. All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So let's make progress. Good. So we want to know what is the minimum grade? What is what? The minimum grade. Now, this minimum grade, that something I want to tell you now. I can actually compute the average grade for this total grade. This average grade that I did here is the average grade for each person. Are you with me? Average grade for each person. But if I want to know in this list now, total grade, right? I'm saying 337 and I'm saying 264. I'm saying 268. I'm also saying 315. If I want to know the average total score or the average score for this population, for this number of students, it's not for each person now, but for all of them. So I could do that by saying average equal to average. All I need to do is what? Just capture this column. Now pay attention. When we did the average grade for each person, all we had to do was to put each of the grade and separate them with a comma. This column reflects the average grade for each of the students. But the one I'm doing here reflects the average grade of the students, all of them. So what did I do? I said, for me to do that, I will type the equal sign and I will call average. I will select it here. I just need to capture this data range this way, this way. Hope you can see me. Capture this data range this way. Capture this data range this way. Now look, hope you can see what it's saying. It says J2 colon J20. Pay attention. In the last class, I told you that cell names are combinations of the column letters and the row number. This is column J. The J1 is used for the column header, in this case, total grade. J1 in this case is what? Total grade. J2 is the cell that contains 295. That is J2. Then down through J20 So what it's trying to tell you is that this range you covered is on the column J, beginning from J2 all through to J20. That is what we are seeing here. J2 colon J20. So there is a way to write range in Excel using colon. The first or the one on the left hand side of the colon is where the range begins. The one on the right hand side of the colon is where the range ends. In our case, this range, right? I'm talking about this range. This is the data range. Don't call it column because that will not reflect the true sense of what I'm trying to explain. Actually, professionally, it's called a range. This is the range. The beginning of that range is J column 2, J row number 2. I see that. Column J up here, row number 2 here. Column J up here, row number 2 here. You move down to J4, J5, J6 until J20. How do I know this is J20? Because I'm inside column J and the row number for this last cell is 20. Therefore, the name of this cell is J20. The name of the beginning one is J2. And so this range is now J2 column. And I hit enter. So the mean score of the student is 308.89. That is average or mean grade of this particular group of students. Remember, this is for all of them. This is for the average grade of this population. This number of points. This ones. But if you want to know the average score per person, this is it here. For instance, 73.75 is the average grade of Adese. But 308.89 is the average grade of entire year. That's it. I hope this makes sense. I hope this makes sense. I hope this makes sense. Good. Now, let's compute the minimum grade. You can compute the minimum grade per person, but does it make sense? Remember, or let me tell you, every data analysis project has a goal. There is an endpoint to every project you are doing. For every analysis you are doing, there is an endpoint. There is a problem you intend to solve. There is an insight or recommendation expected to give that will enable persons or stakeholders to make decisions. Now, that problem will inform the objectives, which is the steps that you take to arrive at the problem, at the solution. So you have to fix your gaze always at the problem statement, what you want to solve, or the recommendation. So that will guide your steps, which is objective that you will take towards the solution. And so if what you want to do does not require you to compute the minimum grade for each person, there is no need to do it. If your answer, your recommendation, the solution you intend to profile does not depend on you doing computing the minimum grade of this population, there is no need to do it. However, it's not out of place to do the minimum grade of the population, not for each person, but for the population. You want to know who scored least, amongst the students, who scored the least among the students. So you can use the mean function and the max function to be able to say, oh, this is my best student, this is my worst student. I hope you can see that. You see how we 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 develop rationales, reasons behind every decision. I hope you see that. You don't do things for doing sake. You understand what you want to achieve, and then this training gives you the knowledge of the function you need to deploy. So if you want to compute and to know the worst students in your class, you need to use the main function over the total grade and not for individuals. If you want to know the best student of amongst your students or your class, you compute the max, or you call the max function over the total grade column, not for each person. Okay, so let's know the worst person, or the student that needs more attention. Because the way I am, right? I've watched students, very dull students, become very bright students. Now, if you watch that transition, there is always a latent person, very patient person who refuses to give up on that student. I'm telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth. You see those two teachers who do not believe that anybody is dull, born dull. They make bright students out of very dull students. How do they do it? They keep believing, insisting that you're not worse. So that's why I changed from the worst person to the student that needs attention. So as a professional teacher, you want to know the student that needs more attention, more care. So you use the mean value here. So I do equal sign, and I call the mean function. It says returns the smallest value in a given data range. I'll click it. Then what I need to do is to capture this range. What is the intention? What are you trying to do? This column reflects the total score per person. Then, if this column holds the total score per person, that means from there I can know who scored the least and who scored the highest. It's simple. So column mean, I'll just capture this range and hit enter. So 264, let's find the person. 264, 264. Look at the person. Adeze. No. 264 is Aisha. Aisha is the person that's called the least. The least. So in the same country, what you have to do is to just mark Aisha as one of the students that need special care for next section. You mark it like this. Or because it's low, you could use red or something like this. Okay? Mark Aisha like this to signify that Aisha needs special care. Then I want to know who is the guru in my class. Who is the guru here? For that, I will use the marks. Where am I using the marks? Should I do it on here or for each of them? Oh, why? Because I already have a column that tells me the performance of my student, the total grade. From here, I could tell who is the best and who needs help from here. So all I will do is to come here, equal sign, max, then I'll capture this data range or column, hit enter, 348. Let's find the person. 348 is row 13. Row 13, which is Tunde. So you mark Tunde with green. Very bright student. So sometimes you could assign Aisha to Tunde to help brush Tunde. Sorry, Aisha. It's you, right? Yeah. Are you with me? So this is how you move as a data analyst. So you see how giving the colors just to make things, more appealing and more understandable. Are we together? Are we enjoying the class, guys? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Are we enjoying the class? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So what next do we have to do? Count. All right. So we want to know how many students actually participated. How many students participated in my exam? So let's do count. You see why I had to explain the usage of each function, so you know when to use it. Come on, oh, guys, are you following? You know when to use which. Are you with me? Are you with me? Yeah, that's right. You're the best in the whole wide world. Right. So the count now, it will help you to tell you, sir, there are there were 50 students that start for your class, or there were 100 students that start for your class. So when we explained the usage of count, we said that the count is to return the number of entries or cells in a data range. That's what count used to do. Used to return the number of entries. In this case now, remember, or should I say remember? I hope you are understanding. When we define the function, we define them abstractly, grab context. Now you're applying the function. There is a context. That's why I said that in this case now you can use count to know the number of students that took your exams. But when we were defining the function, we said it is used to return the number of entries or cells in a given range. Come on, guys, come on. By the time you are done with us, come on, man, come on, come on. We'll be the best. Trust me, be the best. All right. So for me to use my what do I do? Of course, equal sign. I'll type the count function. Okay, count of students. That's a brilliant one. Count of students. I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you very much. Ade ye Ade ye. Sorry, pardon me. Count of students. Count of students. Or should we say number of students? Is it long now? Okay, let's say count of students. Maybe this one say count of students. Yeah, this one better. Better. Thank you very much. We have some. So when I was telling you that you be the best, think I was joking, right? Think I was playing. Oh yeah now. Oh yeah now. Hope you've seen now. Someone is going to the to oh yeah now. Okay. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's how we roll, man. Right. You see, she's on her way to becoming best professional data analyst in the world. So let's do count. Equal sign, count. Yeah. Now, which one do you use? Which column do you use to count? They count only just count number of cells. So it does not bother whether it is any column. But do you understand me? If you do capture this range, it will still return number of cells, which reflects the number of students. If you capture this column, the same thing. Even if you capture the name of their name columns, the same thing. It just returns the number of the count of cells. Are you with me? So let's see this one. You can use anyone as long as it truly reflects the number of persons or entries or rows in your data set. See, I have a question. What if student population are much like up to? All right, very good question. Very good. Now look. That is why I told us about the range. I have to explain this thing you are seeing here. This ranging. If your data set is very big, very big, like 1,000 rows, all you need to know is the column you are on, right now in this case now, n. Just type n2 n 1,000. I mean, if you come here, you do after count, you say n2 column n 1,000. This will capture from n2 to the last row. Look at now. Column. This range stops at 1,000 dots. I hope you are seeing this. Hope you are seeing this. It will stop at 1,000. You see that? So that's how you capture ranges. Are you with me? Good. You don't need to come and start highlighting all of those. You don't need to. So we are working on J2 to J what? J20. So you see, the moment I type J2 to J20, it really captures this stuff. Hope you can see that. Hope you can see that. Let me do it again. Using the range now, J2, hold on, J20. Just captures it without any stress. So there are 19 entries here. You can count it. It's 19. Are you with me? Of course, you know that the first one, J1, is used for the column headers. So from J2 to J20, you have 19 entries. I hope that is clear. Good. So we use check unique. Okay. Unique. Now, unique returns distinct entities. That means, for in this case now, right? In this case now, we have different persons here with different names. If we pass unique here, we're going to it's going to return um it's going to return the separate names, just like this now. All of them back. Because why? Each of them is unique. But if I pass it here, where where you have some persons belonging to the same group, you could have three persons from group A, four persons from group B, three persons from group C. You see that it will return just maybe from maybe group A to group D. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. If I should do unique, unique, and I pass this column, okay, it returns just that names, the way they are, 19 of them. Why? Because each of the name is unique. However, look at now. You see, if I do count here, and I count will say return 19 because there are 19 entries here. However, some of them are the same because it could be that Emeka and Aisha belong to the same group. Now, let me do unique on the group column. Unique on the group column, right? Again, instead of doing capturing this way, you could do JB. Let me just do that one here. B2 through B20, just like that. And the moment, how do you know you got the correct range? Once you are done typing the last part of the range, you will see it here. Just capture it by itself. So once I click, you see I only have 4 outputs for group A, B, C, D. However, there are 19 entries here. I hope that is clear. That's why I said that unique returns unique values or distinct values in a range. Unique or what? Distinct values in a range. So let me just put it here. I'm doing unique, unique, copy this command, paste it here. Okay, let me say unique groups or group, unique group or groups, unique groups. So I'll do equal sign, unique. Then I'm gonna do B2 through B20. So I have A, group B, group C, and group D, right? So I could actually, let me see, sort A to Z. Okay, yeah, of course. Never mind. All right, so I want to see if I can arrange it, but it's fine. So this is unique, right? So let's do today. Okay. You remember I told you that okay now that's something that I used to do, right? I used to keep tab of my exercise. I used to keep tab of my exercise. Any day I do exercise, I record it on a spreadsheet. How do I do it? I mean on Excel. Now, instead of me to come on, let's say in a week right now, okay? The, the reason why I'm using dates to keep track of myself was Um, Sometimes, right, I wake up in the morning, I begin to feel somehow. I also keep track of my diet, right? So it helps me to trace back to where or the particular date I was doing that thing. Hurt me. So what I do is today now. I did the exercise today. Just type today. I have the today's date. Maybe another time I do something, I just come and type today. So I'm trying to say, let's say on a Monday, I've got Tuesday, I've got Wednesday, right? So on Monday, I did something. I sent money to my girlfriend, right? On Monday. Okay, yeah. You could use. I'm talking to who's this guy? What's his name? I'm talking to um main Agadam. So you could use this today to track the number of days you send money to your girlfriend. Just in case she wants to start acting funny. You understand? So maybe send money to her on Monday. You just come and type today, today, right? Just like this. Once you click on that function this way now, hold on, today, right? It will come out. Click on it once. It will call the function open a bracket, but without the closing part. Just hold Shift 0 to close it. You use Shift 9 to open bracket and use Shift 0 to close it. Shift 0, I mean Shift 9 to open bracket, Shift 0 to close it. Shift 9 to open bracket, Shift 0 to close it. So after this, just like this, no argument. But the today function, you don't need to pass any argument. Just type today, open and close. Today is 6th of the month of 12, 2025. So send that money on that day. So next day, say Friday, send that money again on Friday. Just come and type equal to today, open and close, right? On that Friday, to show you the date of that Friday, not today, not today. You understand? To show you the date of that Friday. Do you get? So this is how you could use the today function. There are many real life scenarios where you could use the today function, for meaningful stuff. Apart from tracking, you know, your spending towards your girlfriend. It's funny, girls of these days, right? The one that knows how to analyze data. All right, my dear, as well. Okay, so which one are we doing next? So let's check. Let's check. Let's check. Uh, we're checking now. I want to check. Okay, Concat. Let's check Concat. Probably the last one tonight. Let's check Concat. So Concat is used. Let's use. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me do something real quick, real quick, real quick. I'll say what happened. Oh no. On add something real quick. Okay, I want to have last name, and it says first name. Okay, last name, first name. Okay, so right. So here, let's say Adezi, Jerry. I've got Oluwafemi Johnson and Aisha Tolu, Emeka Benedict. So these few persons, right? Or five of them. The essence, right, is that you want to okay, you want to combine, have a full name here, right? Full name, student full name, right? Student's full name, student full name, student full name. Okay, okay. Are you with me? So concat is that function that you can use to join text together. You want to join the Adesi and Jerry together. Are you with me? That's concat for you. You want to now use concat to have full name of your students for having first name and last name. Are you with me? Are you with me? So to use that, you say concat, equal to concat. Now, as you can see, concatenate here is the same thing as concat, but concatenate is the older version of concat. Are you with me? So you select concat. Now you call the um, first entry, which is A2, comma, that's what we call delimiter. Delimiter. What do you want to use to separate the names? Whatever that is, you put it inside double. In my case, I want to use a space to separate the two names. The next one is what? B2. B2. Now I have Ade Jerry. You can see that Ade Jerry. But what if I don't want to use space to separate them? Maybe I want to use hyphen. Like I said, for the concat, the first element, the first thing you have to put inside the function is the first text I want to combine with another one. Then you put a comma. This is syntax. You have to pass in a delimiter, something that will separate the two texts or two names. And you put that inside double quotes like this. It could be anything. It could be space, hyphen, point, whatever. After that, it should be inside two double quotes, then comma, and then you pass the other letter or text you want to join. In my case, Ade is at A2. Ade is at where? A2. And Jerry is at B2. So I'm using hyphen now to separate two of them. Right? Somebody should copy this and send so they can say it. Concat, concat, concat. So now instead of using place, I am using hyphen to separate them. I could use point. You see that? So this is how you get to use um, concat. Are you with me? Are you with me? Please take your test. Take your test. Do your projects from the one, from Thursday, and another one will be dropped today. Ensure that you put you do your project, the one which will drop on Thursday, and watch out for another one that will drop tomorrow. I repeat, take your test now. Take your test. Make sure you take your test, okay? And do your project, the one will drop on Thursday, and also do your project, do the one we're going to drop tomorrow. Very important, very important. If you don't do your test and project, no certification for you. No project, no test, no certification. No project, no test, no certification. And please watch the recorded session if you miss anything. If you want to catch up, always watch the recorded section, guys. Please, it's very important. Very, very important. Watch the recorded session to catch up. I'll take it again. Take your test, the project, the one on Thursday and the one for tomorrow. If you don't do your project and your test, no certificate for you. No certificate for you. Always go back to the videos and watch them catch up. Thank you very much, guys. And guys, you can't leave me like this. You can't. So as we draw the curtain, please, I want to see like 20 billion. I love adding of it. I love adding of it. If I don't see about 20 billion of that, I'm not leaving this call. I'm not leaving this call. If what you're doing here, if the classes, you're enjoying them so far, come on, come on. Give it to us. Give it to us. I love adding of it. I love adding of it. Come, let me see that. If you are pleased with our everything technique, with our method and everything, just give me 1 billion. I love adding of it. 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 Thank you. Thank you very much. Once again, do your test, do your projects. As if you don't do them, no certificates for you. Remember the one on Thursday and watch out for the one we're going to drop tomorrow. Always go back to the video to watch and to catch up. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. I love you guys. I love you to the core. This is Agenda Data School, where you can, you will, and you must. Once again, this is the voice of Emeteris in Chibueze. See you next time. Bye for now. God bless you.